Action.
This franchise you absolutely love,
I adore this franchise. I'm not a big fan of the second one,
right?
but it is what it is.
You like Ryan Johnson. I
Yeah.
think more than I like Ryan
I like
Johnson.
his story because he's like, I just want to make a Star Wars movie. And then the studio's like, what if you make this Star Wars movie?
True.
And then it bombed. And then it's like, everyone shat on Ryan Johnson. And he's like, no, I'm not the problem.
He did come out and go, I wouldn't have done some of these things
Right.
the way. So then because I did hate him for.
And then he goes and makes Knives Out. And it's like one of the best.
Well, Looper's
whodunits
one of
ever
my
made.
favorite sci-fi movies.
Yeah.
And he made Looper.
Right.
If you've never seen Looper, it's amazing.
Ooh.
Like, I'm not a Bruce Willis fan, but that's one of Bruce Willis's best movies.
Okay.
That's a great movie.
Okay. Yeah. Knives Out 3.
Knives Out 3 is done filming already. I remember when we announced
Wake Up,
this.
Dead Man.
Yeah.
We did a guess
Oh,
that.
yeah,
we
we
did
did
guess
the
the
guest
title.
title,
See how
yes.
fast they're moving?
Jeez, that's
See how-
crazy.
You're going to be like, bro, we've been working together for 5 years before you know it. That's time.
Yeah. Wrapped filming. I'm super excited for this movie.
Do you think this gets a Netflix release? I mean, a studio release like the last one, a theater release, I mean.
I think it does get a theater release.
Do they do
I
it
think
longer
it-
than one weekend?
I think it gets a full theater release.
That's what I was gonna
because
ask
Glass
you.
Onion came out during COVID, I'm pretty sure.
Right
like-
at the end, I think.
Right at the end, because in the beginning of that movie, they have a mask. They're all wearing masks. And then to get around that, they go like, here, take this pill so you don't need to wear masks anymore. Because like,
It's such a sigh. You can breathe underwater now.
yeah.
It's like Futurama.
It's just a spray. Like, put this lip balm on.
Now you can.
COVID. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's the only reason like that movie didn't do well, I think, because it was like
In
we're dropping it on
theaters.
Netflix.
But
I didn't
like,
even know it had a theater.
it had like
release.
a one weekend, and it did pretty well. And everyone's like, that's when Netflix bought started to buy chains, like that little movie theater chain in New York or whatever,
yeah.
so they can start
Yeah, yeah,
putting
yeah.
their movies out. Which me and you talked about. Why don't they do that?
Netflix should just have theaters.
Do it for a weekend or two and
Yeah.
make everyone see the movie and then go subscribe. To me, it just seems like it's foolproof.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Right.
Now, how many of these do you think we're getting?
This might be the last.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Because this almost feels like Netflix is going to lean into this and make this their James Bondy kind of like, will we just keep bringing Daniel Craig back to keep solving?
I think everybody will want to do another one, but it depends on this. Because how much can you do of a whodunit?
That's the good
You
thing
know
though
what I
about
mean?
whodunits. There's a lot of old school stuff to pull from that you can change and put a spin on.
Okay.
Like what's the one
The
that
Poirot movies?
That's
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Death on the Nile.
they're all the same,
Yeah.
but they put this one might be haunted. Now we might have
Haunting in Venice.
mummies in this. You know what I mean? Like
They'll do a Looper, Knives Out. It's a whodunit set in the Looper universe.
loops out.
Oops.
I would watch that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, like a sci-fi version, you know, on like a spaceship.
See, we could head that direction, and the budget on these aren't ever crazy
No.
either. So if you're Netflix, this is some of the few you have a win because it doesn't cost $200 million to make, and everybody likes these. Like universally, these movies are liked. You don't ever hear people go, "Fucking shitty Knives Out movies." You know what I mean?
The second one was probably the least regarded.
But still, no one
compared
really
to the first
talks
one.
trash. Like
No.
these movies to me saved Ryan Johnson from the Star Wars fate that he looked like he was falling into. Because that movie is not good.
And it gave Daniel Craig something to do after being James Bond.
And you hated him
yeah.
as James Bond.
And I
so
hate
again,
James-
Ryan,
I hate Daniel Craig as James Bond.
Really?
These
Not a
movies,
fan.
he did
No?
not. No.
Not a fan. No.
See, these movies saved Ryan Johnson's public image, Daniel Craig for him's public image. So.
Just for me.
Just for you, though.
Everyone else was on the train.
Yeah,
of
like, what do you
Daniel Craig
mean?
as
Like,
James
he's
Bond,
Daniel
except
Craig.
me, apparently. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind them making just as many as long as people keep wanting to do them, as long as they keep the budget.
That's the thing. You get kind of dicey after a third one because it's like, do you want to just stay in your trilogy, or do you want to make a 4? And if you make a 4, you got to make a 5. And if 5 makes money, well, then you're going to make a 6. You know, and it's like, where does it end?
When will this nightmare end?
Right.
You know, like.
But I don't know how people must enjoy making these too, because
That's what I mean.
you look at the cast and you get like, for the the budget is reportedly between only like 40 and 60 million.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay,
bad.
it's
Yeah.
not bad.
Not bad.
But you've got
Daniel Craig.
Kerry Washington, Glenn Close, Jeremy Renner, Mila Kunis,
Damn.
Josh Brolin,
Damn.
Thomas Hayden Church.
Damn.
I mean,
Kerry
this-
Washington?
Yeah, man. Like
What?
they got to be doing these for like minimum. They've got to be coming in and doing it for actual SAG minimum because
Like,
the
literally.
budget would be
Like,
from
this is-
people $40
this
million.
lineup
That's what I
is
mean.
like-
That's like Glass Onion has like a fucking stack.
all of these movies.
Cast.
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
too. That's what I mean. Like, how
Knives
are
Out
they
has a
getting
stacked
people to
cast.
do?
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. No, I'm a big fan of these movies, and I'm really glad that we're getting a third one. Because after 2, I was like, we're done. You know, that's it. You know.
That's what you thought. You're like, it's probably all wrapped up, and they're like, third one.
Yeah, and it seems like this might have like a horror kind of twist. Like, there's a lot of grave imagery, and like wake up dead man.
Yeah.
What's going on
Which
there?
you know he won't be dead.
Yeah. Does Daniel Craig die and he has to whodunit with ghosts, maybe? No.
Fakes his death to catch the person. Wake up dead man.
Maybe.
Anyway, coming out next summer.
Okay.
So it's
Coming
already
next summer.
coming next
Not
summer.
this summer.
Not next summer. Next
The
summer.
background changes. The like logo and title of the channel changes while you're watching. Like the second we say it.
And purples, lots of purples.
So let's get Eli Roth. This wacky space adventure.
Yeah,
like,
but then when you
why?
find out, which I don't know how many people knew, that this was a rated R movie.
Yeah.
That they hacked to pieces and re-released it as a PG-13.
Now it's
But it would have been cooler as a rated R.
yeah, big time. You could have
It
gotten
would have
a
made
lot
more sense.
Could have gotten some F-bombs in there.
Some
probably.
blood.
More blood.
Better action.
Now it's released the Roth cut. I know.